What is going on, guys? My name is The Rose, and this is the Game Corner Podcast, episode 37, part number 2. I had a busy day yesterday, so it is Monday upon recording. This video is only going to be about 20 minutes long. Not much of a podcast to finish off, but I did want to finish off the podcast for the week. Not too much news to throw around, nothing of major importance, but if you want to go back and watch part 1 where I did the reactions and I gave my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct from the 4th of September, go back and check that out. I would greatly appreciate it. And just realized I spelt the word episode wrong, so let me go fix that real quick. Since this is going to be so short, I decided not to record any kind of gameplay. So this is just going to be me talking, so you could, listen and enjoy. Fixed it. With that being said, guys, follow me on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, as well as the awesome Erin Fitzgerald, who recently just got herself a Twitch team, and I am a part of it. We are now the Misfits, spelled differently. We'll be promoting that when the time comes. Right now, we're working on getting channel art, not channel art, but a team graphic, logo, and stuff. Once we have that stuff, then we'll start promoting it. But yeah, so you can follow her as well on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. All the links will be in the description box, as always, down below. With that being said, guys, let's just get into the podcast and wrap things up. So we have a few things to talk about. HAL Laboratory is hiring for a new Kirby game. Hatsune Miku, new information on the newest game. Free games for PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live. Some stuff here. So we're going to start with HAL Labs. HAL Laboratory is recruiting staff for the development of a new Kirby project. Recruitment asks candidates if they'd like to make a new Kirby from a studio where you can see Mount Fuji. So this will be obviously developed in Japan. Hiring process is until the 26th of September. The purpose of the recruitment is to get new staff to enhance the development power for a brand new Kirby game, Kirby series. Those interested can apply starting today through the 26th of September. Well, this started on the 4th, but yeah, you could still apply today through the 26th. They're currently in need of programmers and designers of different kinds, project managers, and more. HAL Laboratories wants to recruit those who want an environment that allows them to immerse themselves while developing, enjoy working everything down to the small details, and those with plenty of experience in development and technical skill. So all they ask for is that if they're making a new Kirby game, that they make it a little hard. I know Kirby is supposed to be like baby's first video game, but it's okay to put a little bit of a challenge into your Nintendo game. It doesn't have to be such an easy game. Kirby Star Allies was pathetic. It was too easy and it was too damn short. That game certainly was not worth $60. And the new Kirby project is certainly not Kirby Clash, because that's coming soon. And that was also shown on the Direct. New Nintendo NES and Super NES games will not be added monthly anymore. People accustomed to a batch of new Nintendo Online games each month will no longer have a set schedule to turn to. Nintendo Japan released an article going over Super Famicom, Nintendo Switch Online games on September 5th that noted that both Famicom and Super Famicom games would be added irregularly, instead of going according to a schedule. Going forward, Vooks, an Australian site, received confirmation from Nintendo that this will apply to other regions. In the statement that Nintendo representatives gave Vook, Vooks, I guess I'm pronouncing that right, Vooks. It was noted that both Switch Online apps, new games will be added after launch, but those releases will not adhere to a regular schedule. Previously, people could expect between 2 and 3 NES games a month, usually a special version of an existing game thrown in. The Super NES online game app was added on September 5th. The initial lineup includes 20 games. Apps with the games are available to download for Nintendo Switch Online subs. So unlike PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live, where you can expect this stuff at the beginning of every month, they're just going to say, well, you're paying for this, but we're going to add stuff when we feel like it. That's kind of stupid. And that's kind of a bit of a turnoff when it comes to getting your service, Nintendo. That's really not a smart idea. You guys were doing the monthly thing for about a year now. You should have just left it that way. That's not a very smart decision. Especially after you just added the SNES games that people really wanted. Now you're going to say, we'll add games when we feel like it. Fucking stupid. Let's continue with the Nintendo news because 2/3 or 3/4 of the news is Nintendo related. Nintendo revealed a new peripheral that will be used with the Nintendo Switch. The peripheral, or the accessory, seems to be split into two parts, with a ring that holds a Joy-Con and a band that straps to your leg that is meant to hold the other Joy-Con. From the looks of it, the device will utilize the asynchronous nature of the controllers, like Nintendo Labo, and seems to be an exercise tool similar to the Wii Fit balance board. More information will be given on September 12th. So this Thursday we'll learn more about what this is. I'm all for Nintendo wanting to support, a big hit system like they are. I just hope they don't turn the Switch into one big gimmick. I mean, it's a gimmick in itself already that it can play games on the go and at home. Better than the Wii U. I think the Wii U was like the first step, like baby steps for that. I just really hope they don't turn this into a giant gimmick like the Wii, because the Wii was just a gimmick. The Wii was the reason why the Wii being the way it was is the reason why I hated it. I thought it was really stupid. It was nothing but a gimmick. Everything needed motion controls. 99% of the games, you couldn't just sit down and play like a normal game. And about half the library was shovelware bullshit in the first place. Next up, we have the Hatsune Miku game, originally called Hatsune Miku Project Diva Mega 39s. The new title is now called Project Diva Megamix. They're adding a new song as well as a new game mode, and they're changing up the arcade mode slightly because the game's not on PlayStation. Now this is going to sound a little confusing, but follow me here. Sega has revealed more information about the upcoming Switch rhythm title, Hatsune Miku Project Diva Megamix, including another new song in the series, as well as new Joy-Con using mix mode. So the new song they're adding is called Dreamin' Choo Choo. It was released by the Vocaloid label Current, if I'm pronouncing that right, or Current. The song was released to commemorate Luca's 5th anniversary. The game will include the song's original music video. Come on, scroll wheel, you're pissing me off. The classic arcade mode will be returning. This version of arcade mode is similar to the Project Diva Future Tone game, which includes the left and right directional icons that you need to press or hold ZL and ZR. There was also up and down directional buttons too. I would imagine that's not going to change. The icons are now based on the letters A, B, X, and Y, as opposed to the PlayStation symbols X, square, triangle, and circle, or cross, box, pyramid, and pizza. Yeah. If you don't understand that meme, go find it on Twitter. The new mode available, called Mix Mode. This is only available on the Nintendo Switch, where you can play simply by tilting the Joy-Cons and pressing ZL and ZR at the right timing of the notes. Long notes are hit by holding ZL and ZR buttons when timing is right. Thanks to the L and R bars being controlled separately, you can even pass one side of the one controller, one Joy-Con to a friend or family member and play co-op for the songs. The game will be released in Japan on February 13th, 2020, so Japan has a release date. The game is confirmed for a release in the West in 2020 for Nintendo Switch. However, no release date has been given. There is also a collaboration smartphone game called Sakai Project that will have Sega collaborating with Bang Dream Girls and MIKU. That game is being developed for smartphones. I mean, it's got MIKU in it. I might have to at least look at it. So, something I've been mentioning on Discord lately is why we've never gotten a Fairy Tail game. As popular as Fairy Tail has become over the years, and the game's finally going to come out now that the show is ending, which I think is really stupid. The game's finally actually going to come out for PS4 and Nintendo Switch, apparently. It's coming out next year, and the series will be long over by then, which really sucks. Fairy Tail, the anime, is getting a video game from Koei Tecmo and Gust that will be released worldwide, currently just called Fairy Tail. It will head to the Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PC in 2020. Hiro Mashima, the creator of the manga, will be supervising the JRPG's development. So at least it'll be true to the story. That's really good. In Fairy Tail, players will follow familiar heroes Natsu and Lucy, as well as other members of Fairy Tail Guild. The story hasn't been revealed so far. However, the revealed trailer also shows Urza, Gray, and Wendy. Wendy in her twin tail form. Hairstyle. Best Wendy, by the way. Fairy Tail will come to Nintendo Switch, PS4 in 2020. It will also appear at TGS upcoming soon. They usually do that in September. September, October. When do they do that usually? Should be coming soon. I'm looking forward to seeing more from this game, since this trailer really doesn't show anything other than a handful of the characters. Lucy is one of my favorite characters. I'm just really hoping the game has English voice acting, because the game having the English voice acting would be great, because I think the English voice cast for Fairy Tail is absolutely stellar. Todd Haberkorn, Jamie Marchi, Monica Rial, Jeremy Lee, Colleen Clinkenbeard, and others as well. I think it's going to be a good. I think it would be a good idea to have the English cast in the game. But I know Koei Tecmo and Gust, they tend to make a lot of games and not include the English cast. So here's to hoping for the best. And finally, guys, to wrap this up, here are the games that you can get for Xbox One or Xbox Live, Games of Gold, and PlayStation Plus for September 2019. On the Xbox side, you have the Hitman to complete for a season. The Xbox One version, not the older games. This game will be available throughout the month until the 30th. Another game called We Were Here for the Xbox One will be available from the 16th of September to the 15th of October. I've never heard of this game. On the 360 side, you have Earth Defense Force 2025. Available from the 1st to the 15th, so it's available until this coming Sunday. And Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which I think is a bizarre choice. It's available from the 16th to the 30th. Tekken Tag Tournament 2, this is actually the second time Xbox has given this game away for free. The first time was to help promote and hype Tekken 7. So if you missed it then, don't miss it now, because even though it's an older game and Tekken 7's out, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is a pretty good game. So yeah, don't sleep on it. And on the PlayStation side of things, PlayStation is offering Darksiders 3 and Batman Arkham Knight as their free games on the PlayStation 4. I have been playing a little bit of Batman Arkham Knight. I'm not a DC fan, but I do like the play style of the Batman games. I have only played Arkham Asylum before now. Arkham Knight's alright from what I've played so far. It's got puzzle aspects to it. You know, what action adventure game doesn't these days. Also, Darksiders 3 released only 8.5 months ago, so I'm kind of surprised to see that as a freebie so soon. Released on November 27th last year. Darksiders 3, look, I love the Darksiders series. I'm actually currently replaying them over again. It's one of those games that you really should play the other two games before you play the third one. But it's one of those games where you could also pick up the third one and you'll still understand the majority of the story. But definitely download this one if you don't have it already, and definitely look for the other two games, the War Mastered Edition and the Definitive Edition of Darksiders 1 and 2. So those games are relatively cheap now. You can pick them up at GameStop used for about $20 each. So yeah, I would definitely recommend those games. With that being said, guys, that is everything I have for now. Check out my latest streams. Tetris 99, my very first stream as a Misfit under the team the Misfits. I also start streaming Gears of War 5. I'll have the first part of that uploaded probably tomorrow. And Pokemon Fire Red 6 Miracle Challenge Part 8 is also out. So feel free to check all that stuff out. I would greatly appreciate the views. And this is the end of the Game Corner podcast for now. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. My name is The Rose, and I'll catch your ass down the road.